Hello, I'm Jacob Decker, and I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of eating sustainably. And I'm trying to persuade you on the importance of eating consciously and eating more sustainable protein products. Who here today has enjoyed red meat such as hamburger meat, bacon, or pork chop? Probably most of you. The reason why choices like these of protein are now considered bad is because the amount of animal proteins such as beef or pork is estimated to rise by 50% or 80 to 50% by 2050. This fact comes from the World Resource Institute. The other large problem really hits home because on average an American will consume 222 pounds of red meat a year, and to produce 1 pound of red meat such as pork or beef, it takes 600 gallons of water to produce a single pound of red meat such as like hamburger meat. The need for change also stems from the fact that to produce beef or pork releases huge quantities of greenhouse gases into the environment, further reducing the ozone layer and causing respiration issues for thousands of people, causing thousands to be hospitalized and dying from other food-based illnesses. On top of being hard on our world, to produce pork and beef requires the most amount of food and water and land out of all sources of animal-based protein. The final thing I'm going to talk about the negative consequences of eating red meats is that it can affect your personal health, such as high blood pressure and other heart-related problems. And also it can just clog up arteries, causing heart attacks and other such problems. After all of this, I'm not telling you that you must become vegan in order to become a sustainable eater. I'm simply saying the fact that you must become more conscientious and choose more sustainable sources of animal protein and even plant proteins. You should choose to not eat so much red meat, just substitute it with fish and chicken, which uses huge quantities less of water, resources, and land. And if the average American was to reduce the amount of red proteins he was getting, it would reduce the amount of land that's used to raise these animals, and that size of that land would be equivalent two sizes of the area of India. And it's this is a really easy thing to do, and you can also go completely off red meat. You can choose things such as nuts, lentils, rices, and soy. But it'll also lead you to try new foods and cook new foods and try new recipes that you've never tried before, and experience new types of cultures. And it'll be a good role model and a good way to influence family and friends to think more sustainably about how they're eating, where their food's coming from, and how it's affecting the entire world and all the people around it. So you can also take action this next week. You can add up all of the red meat you've eaten. So as mentioned earlier, to produce a pound of red meat, it takes 600 gallons of water to produce that much meat. So keep track of the amount of pounds of meat that you eat this week, then convert the amount of water that you're going to be using. Then the next week, try and keep track of how less you've eaten, how much less water you've used subsequently. Thank you. And that's my presentation. All right.